What up, people? Coach V, New Breed Boxing. The truth about punching power. Recently, a lot of people have been asking me how important punching power is in getting a KO. Do genetics play a role? Are punches born or are they made? Can you improve punching power? All great questions. So I'm going to start with what I think is the obvious, but scientific studies back this up. Your genetics are going to pretty much determine 90% of your punching power ability. Shocking, right? Just the same way some guys are able to slam dunk when they're 11 years old and they got a beard, and other guys can study everything about jumping and the ball and the hoop and windage and still never touch the backboard. It is what it is. Genetics are going to play a major role in how much power you can generate. And what is punching power? Punching power is how much PSI you can generate from kinetic linking. So the kinetic energy you can develop coming through your foot, throughout your body, out your hand, into the target, how many pounds per square inch. That's basically what punching power equates to scientifically, but I'm not a scientist, but this is just the facts. Now, as far as improving your punching power, supposedly you can only improve it up to 10 to 15% if you get, if you get to the strength training and conditioning, plyometrics, box jumps. Of course, good technique correction is extremely important, but all that being said, according to scientific studies, you can only increase your power by 10 to 15%. And I do believe that. I mean, I don't see anybody going from punching like Paul Malignaggi to Gervonta Tank Davis just because they got a good strength and conditioning coach. So that's just something to keep in mind. But that's not to say to, just imagine if you are a big puncher and you have great technique. Take, for example, two guys, Deontay Wilder and Rocky Marciano. Small heavyweights, some of the highest knockout ratios, some of the worst technique fundamentally. And I love both of those fighters, but technically they were hard to watch, but they got the job done better than some of the best ever, as far as once they landed their punches. So, you always want to be as in shape as possible and have the best technique you can. But again, if you're not born a big puncher, don't expect to transform overnight into a big puncher. Or, pretty much as far as, what I've seen, I've never really seen someone go from not being a big puncher to being a huge puncher. So just work on your boxing skills. You got to, substitute one for the other. As far as how important punching power is in getting a knockout, you got to think, what are the two different ways to take somebody out? You got a KO and you got a TKO. Punching power is going to be more related to the KO. TKOs, I know guys with high knockout ratios that don't have a lot of power because it's just the, death of 1,000 paper cuts. They just beat you down little by little, wear you out. And that could result in a knockout, but usually it's more a matter of fatigue and just getting overwhelmed, and they can't intelligently defend themselves. But I'll say the KO, again, is more a matter of how much PSI you can develop in your punches. And again, backtracking, how much PSI is going to come from the kinetic linking, the distribution of your kinetic energy, and primarily your fast twitch muscles and your bone density are going to play a bigger role in your athleticism, your power, and all the other things combined. That's just what it is. So yeah, I guess genetic superiority is going to be the determining factor. Shocking, I know, hate to say it like that, but it is what it is. I'm not a scientist and I don't make it up. I'm just reporting what I've seen personally and what I've studied throughout my career. It's an interesting subject though, but hope you found it informative. If you did, like, subscribe, comment, share. Go hit that notification bell and DM me if you're interested in the online programs we got coming up soon. Coach.V_. Till the next time, we out. Ow.